Could Caspa become a global micropayment platform by 2030? This is a video you definitely don't want to miss. But remember, nothing here is financial advice. I can always be wrong, so make sure you guys do your own research. Before I get into the video, if you're looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first-time deposits. Extra bonuses up to $10,000, no VPN, no KYC. If you're someone that trades using leverage, you get to use up to 500x leverage. The link will be in my description down below for anyone that is interested. But getting into the video here, if we check out the crypto bubbles, we're experiencing another green day in the market. So that's what, day 5 in a row, something like that. Absolutely beautiful. I love seeing stuff like this. What about Casper? Is Casper up on the day? I don't see it here on the bubbles, but I'm going to pull up the charts. Oh, it's down here at the very bottom. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's barely up on the day. It's up like 1.7%. I'm going to pull up the charts and everything a little bit later on, but let's get into a few things that I came across. So first, let's talk about this over here that I saw on X. So over 72% of CAS supply has not been moved in 3+ months, leaving just 7 billion coins available for trading. Major price volatility inbound for Kaspa. And then they have the charts right here, which actually backs up that claim, which is cool to see. The only thing is most investors right now, at least the ones that don't have much patience, they just want to know when the price is going to go up. Like, is it going to go up tomorrow? Is it going to go up in a week? Like, when are we going to see all-time highs again? That's what most investors is thinking right now. And then this post right here, hey Binance, how many Casper comments are you going to count in this thread? Yeah, people message Binance all the time, but Binance just continues to ignore Casper. It's kind of crazy. You know, Binance is supposed to be for the people. They're supposed to give the people what they want, but they don't seem to be giving people Caspa, unfortunately, but it is what it is, all in due time. You know, Binance is going to do its thing. Caspa is going to just continue to build in the meantime. And then this person says $1 Caspa is inevitable. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if it's going to be this year, but 1000% $1 Caspa will definitely come. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about here on X before I talk about micropayments is this from Michael Saylor. Now, he said this a very long time ago. I heard him say this probably a few years back. So he says, the best idea to 10x your money is to buy something that everybody in the world needs. Nobody in the world can stop, and almost nobody understands it. And then he said, you know, Amazon, Apple, and obviously Bitcoin. And someone put it here, Caspa is the next thing. Now, I agree with that. And the thing about Caspa is, even though some people like to hate on it, but the reason why a lot of investors like to hate on it is because the price isn't moving. And I talk about this all the time. When the price moves, then it's the best thing in the world. When the price stagnates or it goes down in the wrong direction, then all of a sudden it's the worst thing in the world. It's not going to make you any money. You got to understand the crypto space if you're going to fully make the most amount of money that you can here. All right. And the reality is most investors don't actually conduct research, at least not proper research. Their research is the price. And you just can't operate like that. You know, you got to have some long-term plays. You got to have some short-term. You got to have some mid-term plays. Casper is an excellent long-term play in my personal opinion. And that's why I continue to hold, because I know what I hold. That's ultimately what it comes down to. You have to know what you hold. But I came across this from a few days ago that needs to be talked about. So it says, price prediction for Casper in 2030 if Casper becomes a global micropayment platform. So Casper has become one of the standout names in the crypto space thanks to its unique technology and high-speed transaction processing capabilities. So if this scenario occurs, the price of Casper could change dramatically from the current under 10 cents to tens of dollars in the near future. What makes Casper special? They use a ghost DAG protocol, which allows the network to process multiple blocks simultaneously rather than waiting for each block to be confirmed sequentially like a blockchain. Current speed about 10 blocks per second. Transaction completion time just a few seconds. Transaction fees extremely low. Thus, Casper is very suitable for micropayments, for example, payments under 1 USD. In game payments mobile application. What's the probability of Casper becoming the standard for micro payments? According to a hypothetical AI model used to analyze this, the probability of Casper becoming the backbone of global micropayments by 2030 ranges from 12 to 15%. This is not a high percentage, but in a market worth trillions of dollars, even a small market share could generate explosive growth for the token price. 12 to 15%. I think those are pretty high odds considering the amount of coins there are in the crypto space, to be honest. It's pretty high, okay? But again, guys, this is just all hypothetical scenarios. Like, don't like overthink this, all right? But it says, however, Casper is not without challenges. Obviously, same with every coin in the crypto space. But assuming by 2030, Casper processes about $7 trillion in annual micropayment transaction value, and the market begins to value the project as a dominant payment network, at that point, the market cap could reach $1 trillion USD. Projected circulating supply by 2030, 28.7 billion CAS. Potential price level, if market cap reaches 1 trillion, is going to be $34.84. Wow, absolutely crazy. Even if the market cap only reaches 500 billion USD, the price of CAS would still hit 1742, more than 190 times the current price of 9 cents, where it's at right now. Is this realistic, though? This is a hypothetical scenario, but not entirely far-fetched. If Casper continues, maintain stable speed and security, deeply integrated into electronic wallets, payments applications, and lot devices, achieve acceptance from users and global businesses, then its role in the instant payment ecosystem could expand far beyond current market predictions. The conclusion: the prospects of Casper becoming the Visa of the cryptocurrency world for micropayments is an enticing vision. With advanced technology and a growing community, CAS has significant potential for long-term growth. However, investors need to remember this is not investment advice, but a strategic viewpoint based on potential scenarios. You know, anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I always tell people to keep an open mind, because you never know what's going to be the next behemoth. Amazon almost feels like it came out of nowhere. You know, started off as a bookstore and all of a sudden it blew up to become a massive behemoth. People didn't think that Apple was going to become the behemoth that Apple is today. You never know. Everything has to start somewhere. Everything starts from ground and eventually builds its way up to becoming a massive giant in a particular space. Kaspa does have the potential to do some massive, just incredible things in the crypto space. Right now, it is early days. I am not going to lie. They're still building. Kaspa is still building. You know, the smart contracts is coming out and all that type of stuff. But the amount that Kaspa has achieved without a Binance, a Coinbase listing, and with all, you know, people talking smack about it, and it's sitting in the top 100 still at spot, I think, 40. Like, Kaspa has achieved a whole ton in such a short amount of time, just a few years. So yeah, I'm going to say that anything is possible for Kaspa, and I'm going to continue to hold just in case. You know, if I am right about Kaspa, I'm going to make a crazy amount of money here, crazy amount of money. But let's get into the price action. So right now, Kaspa is sitting at 9 cents, and this might be resistance. I'm going to pull up in just a second, but the current market cap is 2.38 billion. The volume is pretty flat on the day, which is fine. You know, I don't mind people ignoring Kaspa right now, because eventually the FOMO will kick in. That's what I think anyways. And let's go over to the chart. So right now it shows that we're still in this bearish momentum. And let's remove this for a second and see what we're dealing with. Yeah, Kaspa is currently at resistance area. I already have it drawn in from the last time. I said 9 cents is going to act as resistance, and we've had a bunch of touches up at the 9 cents area. But that's okay. You know, hopefully this head and shoulders pattern that kind of looks like it wants to form does not fully play out. Otherwise, we could potentially come back down towards around the 5 cent area, which I honestly probably would end up scooping up some more Kaspa around those levels if Kaspa was to fall back down towards 5 cents. When you've been in the space long enough, you know, these volatilities, these price actions, it doesn't even faze you, because it's just normal. It's normal. We see it all the time. Last bull cycle, Bitcoin went from like 65K all the way down to like 15K or whatever it is, right? And people saying Bitcoin was done. Bitcoin's going to fall back down towards $5,000. I saw it all over X. People were just laughing. They thought Bitcoin was over. It's just a pump and dump. And now Bitcoin is sitting over 100K. And this is why you always have to just ignore the noise and do what you think is best for yourself and your portfolio. But once again, not financial advice, but I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links that I have down below. And until next time, take care.